Hi everyone, welcome back to the game Alternate versus Sinners Never Sleep. We see Alternate on the blue side, rocking the Santa Nunu skin there.
Yeah, I think Alternate just won, just simply with that skin.
That Nunu skin is pretty sick.
Yeah, like, I don't know, 10 people in Europe or something have that. Like, it's so rare.
It's such a rare skin, but it's a beautiful skin. We see Sinners Never Sleep coming in kind of spread out. It looks like both teams aren't really looking to make it engage. Nunu did start with the boots, pot, and one ward. That's a really Season 2 centric build, don't you agree?
Yeah, but I guess with Nunu you don't really need the machete, you do so much damage with your consume.
The machete?
Yeah, whatever. So we can expect him to counter jungle, simply because
these
of
boots
the
are
boot start.
definitely pointing in the direction of some early aggression. We talked a little bit about Malphite's runes before the game, after the game went to a pause because we weren't able to show it. You want to talk a little bit about what we saw there?
We saw attack speed boots, attack speed runes on
we
Malphite.
saw some attack speed, some magic lens, some AP,
They're like everything.
some attack damage, some armor, even a crit chance rune somewhere there. So he's going for some kind of weird auto attack-ish build there, which is a little bit strange. I mean, it's not like you really need runes on Malphite. All you do is press E and win the lane anyway. Malphite versus Jax is actually really Season 2 type of lane matchup. We were really used to seeing in Season 2 where people pick Malphite and Jax almost every game.
Yeah, same with the Nunu jungle and the Orianna. Like, back to Season 2.
Yeah, we're going back to Season 2. The only thing that's a little bit strange out of here is the Varus, to be honest. So we see Jax and Diana doing the wolves, Orianna and Malphite doing the golems, and Sin's out soloing his wraith, doing them pretty well, and Orianna just popping these up for Sinzao, giving him a little bit of a nice help. And yeah, you were right, they aren't swapping lanes. Nunu is starting on his red. Not really hard to believe. He does consume that, but he's got quite low HP.
He's really low, yeah.
Well, he did just pop his potion right now.
But still, he's like 350 or 400 HP. That's quite low.
I'm actually a little bit surprised he doesn't have any spell vamp, from utility tree, and he didn't even finish the Wraith camp, so he's come to quite a slow start. He did pick up the W as his level 2 ability, so we're probably just gonna see him walk up to his blue buff and pick that up, and then try to go for a gank on top lane.
Yeah. Maybe part of the reason why Sinners Never Sleep started at red buff was to prevent the Nunu invade. So like Nunu could have started blue and just ran straight to red. And they wanted
Maybe
to
they also kind of want to pressure this lane a little bit early. I mean, we did talk about how the golem advantage pretty much wins a lane for you, right?
Not that much, because they got wolves. So like they did wolves at level 1, so it's quite even.
We see some pretty heavy aggression going on here. Kraton, he is not backing off. What's going on? He is.
What the fuck? What's that DC?
Oh god. It looks like that was a DC. That was unfortunate.
This is awesome function to pass, but that kinda sucks.
Wow. Kraton is known to be a little bit crazy, but I don't think he's that crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, like nothing really, he just died because he didn't do anything.
It looks like there was no response coming in from him. That's a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if this is a DDoS coming in here.
He had some issues DDoSing, so I hope he fixed it.
So
there, I'm unmuted as well. I see some people in the chat saying, show the chat. Well, one, we had this little awesome thing last time, but even if I wanted to, I was in the smooth scroll mouse, and if people pause it during the smooth scrolling, then your mouse disappears, so I cannot actually click anything at the moment for the chat viewer, so just that little update right there.
just give me a second, I'm gonna settle something.
So not really much to say about this game. It's like even all the way. Just Malphite is a bit behind, but we can't really see the creep wave there. Just the first blood was unfortunate.
That's just a really awful that the same person is going out of their way to DDoS the tournament because of this. Yep, he is getting DDoSed.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, DDoS sucks, but you can at least a bit prevent it, and he knew that he had problems, so... It's unfortunate. Sucks that people do it, but...
Every time we're gonna try this tournament on. I know that someone is DDoSing this tournament because they actually don't like me. Seems that that's the reason people are taking a personal vendetta against me, which is pretty awful because this is for the community. I mean, we're trying to get these challenger teams some practice or some kind of tournament experience before the big LCS, so they don't come in without anything to show for themselves right now.
That's actually really nice, but Sinners Never Sleep. Like if Alternate wants a remake, they would allow it. So, like if Creaton would be back, they would allow a remake, which would be awesome.
I personally think that this game should be remade because I mean, it would be nice to win games. Definitely, this is not gonna determine your spot on LCS by any means necessary. You know, it's just a tournament. You know, there's some money on the line. Actually, a team is guaranteed 250 euros just for playing this game. These best of 5. Winner picks up 500 euros for his team.
To create and reconnected, let's see.
Just like Kraton reconnected, alternate from we will try. Okay, so it looks like alternate I'm not sure if they're gonna keep the game going or go for a remake.
No,
okay,
they want to keep.
Yeah, they want to keep on the game. Alternate want to keep on the game regardless of the fact that Sinners Never Sleep offered for a remake. So it's their call, obviously. So it looks like we're gonna get the game started right now. So first blood going to Sinners Never Sleep, unfortunately, because of a bit of a DDoS situation there. How does that affect this lane in a way? You know, the Varus Lulu lane we've talked about is quite a strong lane, and the Tristana Sona is aiming for the late game. How is this gonna affect the game?
I think Alternate should still at least lane against that. The problem should be able to lane against it. The problem is that Creaton has no life sequence, and he does not get any lifesteal like anywhere soon. He has no pots, so
I just took a look at his stats. You were right. There is no lifesteal quince there. You know, maybe because he's got a Sona. I saw something that, you know, if you've got a sustained lane, you don't really need a lifesteal quince. What's your take on that?
Like you can do it. With Tristana, you also have often the problem of last sitting under the tower, so maybe he likes to get AD because of that, or maybe he just likes AD in general. It's some people still stick with the ult. Well, it worked, so why change it?
Speak of the devil, looks like we got Crepo in our chat, which is pretty awesome.
Oh my god. Kim Young-moo.
He actually did something really awesome in the last thread, and they were talking about the DDoS. He talked a little bit of what EG are doing to prevent themselves from getting DDoS, which I think everyone pretty much took a look at. Orianna versus Diana. This is a lane that I'd expect Xin Zhao to want to gank early because Orianna does pack quite a bit of a punch, you know, with her auto hits and her command attack into dissonance. But Ferelden backs early. This is something that I actually really like from Ferelden. He backs up and picks up boots. He's gonna be able
2 wards.
Yeah, and 2 wards, because he feels that he's gonna be threatened in this lane matchup. So SK Nunya, actually he's an SK sub if people didn't know. He walks bot lane to put some pressure, but he walks over a ward, which is immediately pinked by Failure. So looks like it's just a little bit of a sneaky move coming in from Sinners Never Sleep to just try to get the Kraton back a little bit.
One thing which I didn't like what Nunya did there, like, I think he could have stayed like 2 seconds longer, just interrupted his TP and then like did it again. Because now Alternate knows that he isn't in there.
If we take a look at top lane, we see Zoro is getting pressured slightly by the Cat Corpse, who is the replacement jungle for Aranea while he's not available for these first 2 games. Interesting enough, he is maxing W. You know, I think I know what's going on here. He's gonna just want to push towers with his team instead of really gank lanes. You know, blood boiling that Jax is gonna get him really low. But we see Nunya coming in. He does not have boots, and he's only level 3. He's just coming in for some pressure. Wow.
Interesting. Nuno is nearly like
3.
Yeah, Nuno is nearly like 1 level ahead of him, which is quite a lot.
Pretty intense. I mean, Xin Zhao, we've talked about it just a little bit earlier, that if he gets behind early, there's not really much he can do in terms of coming back, because he doesn't have the greatest clear. He doesn't really scale that well, aside from just being tanky. His damage isn't necessarily so high unless you build it. If Nunya is not able to make some pressure and make some big plays come out in the next, say, 3 or 4 minutes, and Nunu is able to just, you know, leech a little bit of experience here and there from the lanes, push a couple of waves with his team, it's gonna end up really, really bad for Sinners Never Sleep at this point. He's doing the same thing in mid lane. He's just blood boiling for Unlord, and they're taking a walk down the jungle.
I think he wants to ward red and steal it when it spawns again. Because it spawns in 40 seconds. Or they're going to top.
Looks like they're going to gank top, though Zoro0 is recalling intelligently. Uh-oh, they're looking to find Nunya. They found him. There's the smite from Nunu, and they will not chase him. Nunu, cheeky little smite there, steals the small golem away from Nunya, trying to set him back a little bit behind every couple of seconds.
Like, why not? Like, you just walk past there, why would you not do that?
Nunu is a mad scientist, I'm telling you. He's just an evil genius. All he wants to do is make your life a living nightmare. That's exactly what's going on right here for Nunya. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about this mid lane. What do you think is gonna who do you think is gonna be able to push this advantage more? You see Nunu come in and just give Lord these blood boils, and we know that Diana actually does do really well with the attack speed, but we didn't really talk about Nunu's purpose in this game. We see Diana going to the wolves, which is something I expect. It's actually a very heavy Season 2 strategy to give the mid lane the wolves. Diana's gonna potentially be exposed to having the farm from both camps, the wolves and the wraiths, since Nunu doesn't necessarily go and farm that. How do you think that's going to affect the way the game turns out for Alternate, who are actually looking to make this a late game?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I really have no idea if it's. Oh, never mind. Mid lane. Orianna gets a solo kill.
Oh wow, I completely missed that. I was just looking at the pressure going on bot lane, and it looks like Ignite was burned from both of them. Did you see what happened there?
Yeah, Orianna just basically ultimated Diana and he died.
Diana jumped on Orianna first, didn't she?
Yes, but Orianna, Diana never flashed at all, so Orianna just ultimated and they just stood next to each other and hit each other, and people died. I don't know, it was really weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange move from Lord, who actually is quite a veteran Diana player. He does play him a lot, and we see there's a huge CS difference going on right now for mid lane, 70 to 52 right now. Orianna does pick up that Chalice of Harmony, looking to make that Athene's. Yeah, he's got most of his Athene's, done already. Kerp picking up that Vamp Scepter early, maxing his W. Nunu coming in to give him a little bit of a hand. Nunu is now level 6 to Nunya's, you guessed it, level 5. He's still having a little bit of a hard time making himself known in this game.
Nunu ultimates top lane.
Just to clear the way of
won't really have
why the hell not? You know, why the hell not?
Yeah, I don't know, if you just walk there, ultimate, good to go. One thing which I find it a bit confusing is I would have liked teleport on my fight. I think that would have been more beneficial. I don't think he can kill Jax, can he?
With the pressure from Xin Zhao, anything can happen. Xin Zhao is a very high damage, high mobility, very, very strong level 1 to 5 jungler, which is I think what Sinners Never Sleep are trying to accomplish in this situation. You know, try to put some pressure on top, get Malphite a sizable lead. We see some aggression going in on mid lane for Unlord, doing some damage. You know, Diana does have the benefit of having an ultimate on a quite low cooldown, whereas Orianna, especially early on, has, even with the blue buff and the Fiendish Codex, would give a lot of CDR, an 80-second cooldown on her Shockwave. Uh-oh, we see Nunya coming in mid lane. He is level 6 now. The ultimate does bring Ferelnor back. There's the jump. Will Xin Zhao flash over the wall? Yes, he does. He does not have the damage. Will he ult? Will he get him? 2 seconds left on the E. Will he manage to do enough damage? The W comes up very shortly, and Nunya is going for the dive, but Nunya is going to be taken down. My god, yes! Ferelnor does end up picking that kill up. Very well played from the Elo Lord. Quite foolish play from Nunya.
Damage.
Yeah, the burst
damage with, double ultimate.
The passive is something that's very underrated, which is why a lot of people seem to be buying Nash's Tooth on Diana.
The passive and like 2 ultimates do surprisingly high amount of damage.
That was a little bit too aggressive from Nunya. I mean, Xin Zhao does have that damage when you do your combo E3 auto attacks, but after that you're just, you know, slapping people with your stick, and it's not really doing that much damage. Oh, we see some aggression going on in bot lane. Tabs is taken very low, but so is Kraton. Kraton does turn back on We Will Failure. He does have some lifesteal, so he will just try to go on. We Will Failure is dropped very low, but Jerry is taking them down quite low. Actually alone, Jerry was taking them both down very low. That's really interesting to see. I mean, Kraton did get first blood, and unfortunately he was DDoS. And Kerp actually going down 1v1 top lane. That I missed. I did not expect Kerp to actually die 1v1 to Malphite.
So I guess the Ignite was a good choice.
I guess so. I mean, Malphite isn't even going for Magic Band. He's going for Sunfire Cape as the first item. I actually did not expect that to happen, to be honest. I think it was a little bit more of a misplay from Kerp. He did use Ignite, so I think Kerp did end up trying to engage that fight. Malphite might have just outlived him for a bit. So let's take a quick look at Nunu, who's kind of hanging around bot lane. Level 2 W and level 3 E. He does have the mobility boots. So we've talked a little bit about... Oh god, We Will Failure gets caught out. There's the ultimate from Nunu, and will he blow it up? Oh, he does, but just out of range, and...
He farms
I'm
again.
actually really impressed with the Cat Corpse. He didn't really make any, like, kills for his team, but he's providing so much pressure, and if you look at the towers on all 3 lanes, that they're actually... Oh god, Kraton just jumps in, goes man mode. Tabs has been taken very low. He does have flash up. There's the barrier. Will they be able to kill? There's the barrier from Kraton. Kraton does end up
Red
taking
needs
that
2
kill.
mana. Okay, good.
Kraton needs to
oh, wow.
Nunya does pick up that kill right before Kraton, so that's a... In the end, that was a 2-for-1 trade. 1 kill going to Kraton and the other one going to JRE, so... Sinzao does actually really need that kill to put himself back in the game, but Kraton picking up a kill over Tabs, who got first blood on him. This lane is actually going quite well for them. They're starting to get Tristana rolling. They're getting the ball rolling, which is very important.
Nukeduck is roaming mid. They saw him with the watch, so they should know that he's coming.
So from what we see here, we see that, God, we see a dive going on top lane of Forellen Lord, and actually Forellen Lord does die to Malphite, but here comes Nukeduck. He will... Looks like he is trying to chase for the kill. Kerp does not have flash up, but he does have a lot of magic resist.
Yeah, he's double null magic.
Wow, this is actually something I see Kerp do a lot actually from Season 2 when he was playing with Team Western Wolves. He sometimes played top lane if he was subbing in for them. But just in general, Kerp likes to pick up these double null magic mantles. But will they be able to pick up? There's the Ignite, yep. Really, really good play from Nunu.
I thought he could survive that, but... Well done.
I think he was looking to jump onto Nunu, but it was too late. The Ignite did come out already. So Nukeduck, he is 2-0, 113 creeps. This Orianna is starting to get really, really scary. We talked a little bit about the combo here. Uh-oh, looks like a Cat Corpse just goes and steals away Nunez's red. This is definitely not his game right now.
No? But Xin can just be like that, the ball carry, but botlane fight again.
Oh god, looks like Nunya, Kraton just manages to get away from Varus' ultimate there. Saved his life most likely. I mean, I think they would have been able to chase him out of lane.
Oh, Nunu gank.
Oh, Nunu is coming from behind. Tabs does not have summoners. There's the ultimate. Blow up just now. The damage is quite high. Tabs just gets jumped on by Kraton. Will they be able to pick him up? There's one last auto hit. Cat Corpse picks it up, and then they jump onto Failure. Failure does not have flash up. Kraton tanking a turret, and he does pick that up. Very well done from Kraton there.
I think I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, just a little bit. Excuse me. I'm a little bit behind there. And Nukeduck
We
gets
might
caught
also
out
be a
in the
bit behind.
jungle. There's the ultimate pulling them both away, and that will be the disengage from alternate there. Oh god,
oh my god,
there's the re-engage from Forellen Lord. He is actually quite tanky. That
they will get free Drake,
Pale
probably.
Cascade is really tanking up a lot. And yeah, they will just do this Drake. Nunu is able to tank that. And the Madrid's Razors, you know, with all the attack speed, is going to be able to take that Drake down quite well.
Yeah, Nunu went for Madrid's instead of Spirit Stone into... however this thing is called. Spirit of the Ancient Golem.
Spirit of the Spectre Right, but Kerp, for Nukeduck, he will get jumped on, and there's the flash from Nukeduck. The jump on by Nunya ults them away quite intelligently, but, you know, there's a little bit of miscommunication. Does he go back in? Does he go away? Looks like they will disengage that, and Orianna, did she pick up the blue? Yes, she did manage to pick up her own blue there. Very important for Orianna to have her blue so she can farm the lane. But, you know, even though that Sinners Never Sleep, they have the kill advantage, and they're actually still ahead gold by 100 gold.
It's 6-6 right now, yeah, so it's even, but...
Yeah, it's even. It was a kill advantage for Sinners Never Sleep. It seems that alternate, even though they were behind in kills, they're taking over the game a lot better than Sinners Never Sleep are.
Yeah, they now ahead 500 gold. Like, towers are even. They have 1 Drake, so... yeah, it's
like
that's even.
Turret, so it's 500 gold now.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
It's really nothing at this point of the game. Actually, at any point in the game, 500 gold isn't really that big of a deal. But would you attribute this early game coordination and control because alternate are a more experienced team? I mean, Tabs does have quite a little bit of experience. I mean, We Will Failure has been around the scene for 3.5 years actually. Noting back to playing DreamHack with Fnatic actually when Peke was not there. Season 1 finals.
Yeah, they're top end, right?
He played like the top AP pretty much.
Yeah, which didn't work out too well. But...
If anyone didn't know that, that's something you don't know every day. We Will Failure played with Fnatic in Season 1, the Season 1 finals. So they do have these experienced players, but I guess as a team, Sinners Never Sleep seem to be lacking a little bit of coordination right here. They're kind of moving together. They're doing the base necessities, but these plays coming out from alternate shows that they're definitely the more experienced team right now.
That's true. Interesting enough, I just checked the gold values of the players, and like most of alternates, like the champion which is the most they had in alternate is the support, which is like 400 gold more. And the jungle. So like they're ahead in jungle and support, but everything else is like ADs are even, surprisingly, after the first blood of ours.
First blood did go to Tabs. Kraton is doing a very good job. He does pick up the red buff for himself and the Blade of the Ruined King.
But Orianna's
very
strong.
fed, but I have to ask you, you have a really strong stance on Blade of the Ruined King. You really like the item.
Yeah,
what's your take on the Blade of the Ruined King rush on Tristana? Do you
I think it's awesome.
That remedies her mid-game a little bit?
No, actually not really. It is not that strong of an item in the mid game. Like your IE will still outdamage the blade. The thing is the active really makes her even safer, and the early game is stronger. So if you get the cutlass, you can burst stuff down. Tristana already has a lot of burst damage, and especially he maxes W, so he has even more burst damage.
He maxed W, got 1 point in E, and then he maxes his next.
Yeah,
normally we see Tristana's maxing E, but he ended up maxing his W. So
I get season 2.
Season 2. We're going back in time, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking you through time, back to season 2, where Heart of Gold was OP and no one gave a crap.
Yeah, I like
there's a little bit of a jump on Zoro Zero. You know, he can actually potentially bait this out with his ultimate and the Orianna ultimate. It looks like he will just back off from that. He has a lot of armor, but 54 magic resist is not going to help him versus Diana and Jax's magic damage there.
Yeah, we should actually say that, like, they have a Malphite against a quite heavy auto-attack reliant team. Like, they have Diana, well, she does magic damage, but she still is reliant on her auto-attacks.
Her passive is a lot of her DPS.
Same with Jax
we will fail
and like
her.
Tristana, so...
Exactly. Nunu too, you know, he wants that passive up, he will smack you silly until you die.
Nunu doesn't do damage anyway, so...
I beg to differ, did you see Sohas?
True, but not really with the auto-attacks that much.
Definitely not.
Oh, botlane dive.
Looks like there's a dive onto Tabs. He will end up getting ulted by the Sona. Brown Lord gonna burst him down, but Kraton cheekily takes up that last kill because all kills belong to him. Meanwhile, on top lane, we see some aggression coming in from Zoro Zero. He successfully chases Kerp out of lane. So, Kraton is starting to roll the ball, and I fear that alternate are going to just keep rolling, and Sinner Services are never going to be able to stop this.
Yeah, possibly. Like the gold is even. Like we shouldn't jump ahead. Like Sinners never sleep are even ahead 1000 gold, which like is still nothing. But we're always talking about alternate. The gold is even, so it's. But yeah, Tristana. If Tristana gets her items, like she's nearly. Like, she will get a BF now, so...
You want to know something, Antonsberg? I just really hate to interrupt you there, because you were on a really good roll, but I just saw someone in chat write something that I absolutely agree with. Elmi, I really want to thank you for this comment. Why does Kerp always want to fight even though he is behind? I've been watching Kerp for quite a long time, you know, since he was rank 1 in Season 2 and, you know, fighting for rank 1 with Brown Lord and Dota Pro. That's actually the story of his top lane. He just loves to keep fighting, no matter what. Sometimes it would end up being, you know, in his favor, but other times, you know, he would end up just getting either completely crushed or ganked 2v1, 3v1. So what do you have to say about that, Antonsberg? It's obviously Kerp's preferred style to just put his balls on the table and just jump in.
Yeah, but if it works for you, it's like people have different styles. Like that's how the game is. Some people play more aggressive, some people play more defensive. That's the nice thing about this game. And like he's lifesteal, so in this game, if he trades even, he comes out ahead because he will heal up faster.
You know what I have to actually say about that? That reminds me of an NA player called Silsal. If you heard of him, the heal ignite, always go in, never run away type player. If you've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I don't watch that much NA, but I've heard like apparently he always loses his lane but still wins games. So
he feeds like 0 and 8.
He's a really good late game player. Yeah.
He feeds his lane, goes 0 and 8, then there's people to come up, and then they take Nash or Dragon or Towers.
The thing is, like, people always say, oh my god, that player is so bad, he always goes 0-8. Like, I think that's a wrong thought. You should just think what he does correct. Like, because he has to do something correct, else he won't win that much.
You know who actually does like that strategy a lot? You know, winning by feeding?
I do.
You do, but you know who else does? Someone on a team that recently disbanded, Anguish. A lot of Millennium strategy revolved around Anguish just constantly pushing top and forcing people to send 2 or 3 people to contest with him. Yes, he would die a lot. yes, it would look like he was feeding, but then Millennium were able to take farm Dragon's objectives in other lanes and get their carries. Actually, their jungler is actually considered a carry. I'm so fresh. Ahead.
Yeah, I've played with Millennium a bit, like I've played online with him a bit, so and it was really a strategy, like they did that intentional, like it wasn't that he got caught.
It looks like Alternate are looking to try to contest this Drake. There goes Nunu. He's getting shredded down. Krbs jumps onto the back line, stuns 2 people. Nunya in the middle. Looks like they're really split. There's the Malphite hits almost everybody. Kraton taken extremely low, but Malphite is getting kited. There is the ultimate for Orianna, taking down 2 people. Frownlord in the middle of the team. Kerp jumping back in. Tab's taken very low, but there goes Frownlord. Kerp next to go down. Malphite and Sinzao jumping back on Kraton. Will Nunya be able to pick this up? No, he does not choose Tristana. 3 seconds on his Z. Will he get it? Will he get it? Yes, he does. The knock-up stops the W right in the middle. And that was a great team fight for Sinners Never Sleep.
Millennium just doesn't have damage.
Millennium?
Yeah, Millennium, alternate. There we go. Millennium Kraton.
Yeah, Millennium.
Yeah, like, he doesn't have the damage. Oh well, alternate doesn't have the damage to kill the front line. Like, they just can't kill Malphite and Xin jumping into them. That's a problem.
That was really, really good team fight for Sinners Never Sleep. They were able to split up their team into, you know, different type of strike groups. Sinzao and the Malphite were there to distract the Tristana, who is arguably the biggest damage source right now for alternate, correct? It's safe to say that she's the
doesn't have damage yet. Like, she does the most. It's still not really that much. But she doesn't do enough.
But if she hits tanks like Sinzao and Malphite, she's not really gonna dent them. You know, as opposed if she hit Phaler or Nukta, who don't really have much armor. She could deal, you know, promising damage to them. But since she was so focused on dealing with this big rock and Chinese warrior with a spear in front of her, there was really nothing that alternate could do since they had Frail Lord and Kurt, who aren't really tanky or deal that much damage, trying to take on the combined force of a Lulu peeling, an Orianna shielding and peeling, and just Tabs with an Infinity Edge and Zeal doing, you know, Varus. Being Varus, doing a lot of damage right there.
Just click on Malphite once, and then like think, how does Tristana kill that ever?
Malphite is going to completely revert the effects of this Blood Boil with that ground slam of his, unfortunately.
Like, he has 260 armor without his W on.
Oh my god. It looks like he's getting 2-man ganked. Whether or not this is successful, looks like Kraton is coming in, but Zora Zero wants to get the hell out of there. There's the stun, and wow. Good ultimate from Zora Zero getting away. That's on a 100-second cooldown, but I'm pretty sure he's more happy to burn that ult than his flash. But he is sitting on a ward, so alternate do know that he's sticking around here. So, Sinners Never Sleep had an Oracles on Phaler before the fight started, and they have it now again. What's their next move? What do they want to accomplish next? Because I still think that they can't do Nash yet, but then again, neither can Sinners than alternate. See Nunu just being a menace right now, trying to chase down the Orianna. So what's the next step for both teams?
I think they'll just farm and wait for the next Drake or for a Mystic of either team. Like, alternate might try to get the top tower because that's like the remaining outer turret, but besides that, I think they'll just farm and like if they get a pick off, then they can see if they go push mid tower, for example, for Sinners Never Sleep. It's fairly low.
But,
like,
yeah, but this is what alternate want to do. Don't they just want to farm right now? So if Sinners Never Sleep just turned back onto this farm-heavy lull, wouldn't that be playing right in alternate's favor?
I don't think they can just dive yet, so I don't
actually think they can. Malphite, like you said, he has 260 armor. They have a lot of CC, and of course, you know, that Sona ult is going to stop them in their tracks, but if they play the dive smartly, I'm pretty sure they can pick up multiple kills with less casualties.
Another tower with a Sona ultimate, Nunu ultimate, and Jack stun. I'm not sure if it's really easy to do. Well, like they were just pushed mid right now because Nunu is top, so therefore 4v3.
Most likely, yeah. So Tabs leveled up his Blighted Quiver over the Piercing Arrow. You know, the W over Q. I see some people do opposite. What do you think about that? You know, maxing Q over W for that really strong poke, because it does a lot of damage.
Well, but the explode of the quiver is really nice. It's like 15% of max health right now. I don't know, I do it as he does, like E over W, which is, yeah. I prefer that build. With the extra poke, I guess it's nice, but they don't have a poke team, so like they have an all-in team.
Yeah, they can also kite really well with their team. I mean, you never really heard Malphite for kiting, but the Sinzao, the Lulu, the Orianna, the Varus, they all have methods of both engaging and disengaging. So you think that's going to play really well for them if, you know, Lord and Kerp try to dominate the front lines by jumping?
Well, I'm not sure if they can really kite Diana, which jumps on you easily, so I think that's more, their plan is more likely to just AoE them down. And, well, if Jax remains, you can kite the Jax, but kiting Diana is really, really hard to do. So I think it's more of an all-in explosion fight instead of trying to back out.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying that that's what they start off, but do you think that it could also turn into one of those disengage comps? You know, they do have the tools to disengage.
Well, with Pharos you can always kite. Like the Hail of Arrows is really, really nice for kiting. It's really, really good slow.
So, we didn't really talk about tower defense right now. Tristana's gonna just pick up levels, and oh boy, we're gonna stop right there. And it looks like Sinners Over Sleep are looking to mobilize towards this Nash.
They didn't see the ward yet.
They did not see the ward. That's unfortunate. Uh-oh. Alternate know exactly what's going on here, but it doesn't look like they're moving to try to stop it. Kerp is pushing bottom lane, and it looks like there is the mobilization right now, and they're getting chased off it. No, they're actually staying on it. Sinners Never Sleep going for the 27-minute Nash 4v5 right now. This could potentially be both a great move and a terrible move. Nunu able to smite steal that, most likely. He goes in a bit early, and he does pick up the Nash. They are taking down. Failure goes down first. Nunu goes down. The Malphite ult. Kraton is going to be okay. Runs away from that. They do trade 1-for-1, but they actually picked up the Nasher.
That is so bad for Sinners Never Sleep. They also lost the bot tower.
Kerp just going at it. I'm sorry for screaming like a little girl, but that was an intense play from a Cat Corp stepping in. No one knows who he is, but he comes in and makes the place.
Yeah, it's so risky to try to like just finish a Nasher with a Nunu up. He didn't even smite. Was it up again? What? No, it's 63 seconds.
He didn't smite it. Oh god.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Oh god.
It was just straight up Q, eating it, level 3 Q. There we go.
Oh my god, I would feel so bad if I was Nunia right now. You know,
well, it's like
Nunu's smite does more damage than its Q right now.
Yeah, but like with doing Nasher, you have to say like if Varus randomly crits, like that does pretty much the same damage as smite anyway, or half of it.
I would agree with you if it wasn't the fact that there's 120 damage difference between the smite of Nunia and the consume of Nunu.
Well, that's a random crit, like 120 damage.
That is a random crit, but I'd expect, you know, Nunia, who's actually been playing for a long time, to be able to land the smite properly. Unfortunately for them, it didn't happen, and Sinners Never Sleep now are in a 2k gold deficit. Kraton is picking up more kills, almost got his Infinity Edge. They do pick up Drake, which is quite good, and they bring the gold
lead back.
He has
IE now, he has 2.8k gold.
Yeah, so now they bring up the gold lead back to 1k, a little bit over 1k actually. But there is that pause button right now. He's going. I think he's going to go for Last Whisper because that Malphite is being annoying.
Yeah. I would have gone for Zeal, just simply like he had the money for the Zeal, simply because they want to push now. I think, like if they just want to farm further.
They're getting that blood boil from Noob, so I guess the Zeal isn't very important at this point. I
think it's better than a pickaxe.
That's true. Yeah, I guess, but I think he wants to get that Last Whisper really quickly so he can deal with this Malphite properly.
Yeah, personally, I would have gone for Zeal and then Last Whisper, but it's fine.
I guess.
He needs a Last Whisper, so.
You just like attacking really quickly, machine gunning.
Like the reason why I would have done is because like they want to force something now. They have Nasher, and just for the next fight, the Zeal would be more helpful than the pickaxe.
We see some aggression. Some aggression came down bot lane. Kerp does finally pick up his Blade of the Ruined King. But Malphite is, you know, I think he's still gonna dominate this fight, even though that Kerp does have the Nash buff. Uh-oh. Nunu is gonna try to solo there. Oh no, he's got help from his buddy Diana. There's the ult. Oh my god, the great disengage from Nukeduck. But he will end up being taken down by Feral Lord. But in the meanwhile, in bot lane, Kerp is getting jumped on by Zoro. And oh, he will get away. Will he get the red buff? Yes. Tabs does pick up Kerp with the last tick of the red buff. Good job from Tabs there. Did have to flash, so it won't be up next fight. That could be catastrophic for them if someone jumps on Tabs right now.
But
meanwhile,
Tabs
though,
also
in mid lane,
flashed.
We will fail caught in a very bad position. Will he go down to the auto hits? The last auto he jumps over Kraton. The man jumps right back to Sinzao, but he has no fear. Malphite is not going to be able to do much without the ultimate.
Bot, so.
Yep. So Kraton is just going to sit there. There's the Sona ultimate. He turns around and actually deals quite sizable damage. Feral Lord goes on Tabs. No flash on Tabs. Will not be able to get away. Will he die? One more Q and he does get picked up. Kraton jumps back over. Zoro going to be taken down. And Alternate just all over the place right now, picking up kills left and right. Holy
I don't
cow,
know what happened.
that is gonna be a mid inhib for alternate and a 5k gold lead in one beast of a Tristana right now.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Kraton just gives zero fucks. Almost never. He's a very aggressive AD carry, which is why I was a little bit, you know, confused. I thought that he was just literally kept walking at tabs early game when he kept attacking.
Great and going man mode DDoS. Let's hope
So I
it
guess
will
he's
be
getting
fine.
DDoSed again.
Oh my god, they're winning after that first blood. Oh well, that's sad. Let's hope it will be fine. Like it was fine like for now nearly 30 minutes, so let's hope he can fix it again.
Looks like it's okay. Realm Lord saying okay, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's
Okay,
try.
let's try.
Okay,
I
should
think
start again.
Should be okay. Just let everyone know that each team gets a 15-minute pause each. Because it's fair, you know, 30 minutes, 15-minute split is the fairest thing. Looks like, yeah, Kraton is attack moving, so it looks like everything is back to normal. He's got 2k gold in his bank right now. So
Yeah.
that Last Whisper and Zeal are definitely going to be coming out as the next two items.
Yeah, like here's Last Whisper now costs 1400, so it's like 800 left, so he needs 300 for the Zeal. Might want to farm until he gets that. Or maybe he wants a defensive item now as well.
But
He does a
I
lot
really-
of damage.
I really like this split push from Kerp. I mean, it's just like we were talking about earlier. He was pushing and then he forced two people to come bottom. And he forced summoners from tabs, which actually
And
played
both
a big role in
ultimates.
him. Yeah, he forced both ultimates
Oh,
and
Kraton?
summoners. Uh-oh, Kraton getting caught out just a little bit, but he does make it out of there.
Back to
fine.
farming, like a real lady.
Back to auto-hitting stuff for his money. But just like I said, Kerp forced two summoners, the Ignite and the Flash from tabs. Sorry, Ignite from Malphite and Flash from tabs, and then the ult and from Malphite and the ult from tabs. This is just a strategy. He loves to fight and he loves to put pressure on himself for the team. And it worked wonders for them right now. And I think that's a big factor in how they won that last team fight.
Why is Brawler's gloves instead of dagger? I guess with a new one it makes sense. Thing which I don't understand, like why that happened. Like Alternate randomly got 4 kills in mid tower and inhib. So yes, they got Nasher, yes they were strong, yes they were 1000 gold ahead, but like they just for some reason Sinners Never Sleep got caught like one by one and they
I
just
like
got
you.
the inhib.
You see, you don't honeycoat anything. If you see something wrong, you tell it. That's great.
Like I
I
don't
like
know
that.
what was wrong, but they just made wrong decisions as a team, and I guess it was a bit of a mistake to use like 2 ultimates for the Jack skill because Malphite was not useful in the fight.
You know what that is? That's a solo queue move.
Yeah. So maybe they really don't have the experience as a team yet.
I hope that does change. Upcoming LCS qualifiers, they're gonna need
Yes.
all the experience and practice they can get, pretty much.
Well, they're extremely good as a team. Like they definitely are on the same level as Alternate for like a single skill.
Individual
like,
skill, absolutely.
individual skill, yeah.
There is no one saying that members of Sinners Never Sleep are not individually skilled. I mean, Nuke
Oh,
Duck is...
Malphite ultimate
Oh, God.
probably.
Malphite looking to make something happen. There's the ult. Hits only for Elnlord. He does have the Hourglass, but he takes down to half HP. Nunu doing a really good job of zoning them out, but for Elnlord stuck in the middle. He
Black
will go
split
down
push.
to the Malphite. Tabs is going to be able to pick up that Nunu, but Kurt, meanwhile, on the bot lane. Kraton does run around the back, but he's not really sure what he wants to do with himself, but Kurt probably going to be able to pick up this inhibitor for the trouble. But Malphite coming in, no home guard. He will be a little bit late to this party.
Oh, Kraton,
And that-
Kraton on Orianna.
Expects that, and Kraton
wow.
is going to pick up Orianna. Nice shotgun from him, 500 damage crit. And now
Did-
he's going to move on to that top tower. So,
Yeah.
let's take a look. So they lost 2 people, and then they got a kill. And then tower, and an inhibitor, and another
And
tower.
maybe not maybe not another inhib. Probably
Not
not.
sure, he's taking that
Yeah, no, he won't.
quite fast, but he will get out of there.
Yeah, he will get off.
He will get
That's
out
like
of there, but he
still.
needs to slow down that Malphite so they can get away. Locket goes out, Malphite will continue to try to chase Kerp down. His ult is up in 15 seconds. That cooldown reduction is helping him get his ult up back quicker, but looks like Kerp will Blade of the Ruined King and just hop on out of there.
The thing we have to look at now is Nasher is up. I don't think Sinners Never Sleep can do anything. Like their top inhib is at half HP, top inhib tower is gone, they have 2 inhibs down. They will just get Nasher for free, there's nothing, like they can't contest it.
Alternate are definitely taking complete map control. Not
Yeah.
only, kill control, tower control, creep control, they're just controlling the map very well. And yeah, that's going to relate to a Baron for them.
Oh, Nunu has Zeke. Oh my god, season 2.
It's season 2.
Agreed. That's season 2.
Season 2, man. Season 2.
Taylor.
We're back to season 2, my friend. Feeble Failure gets jumped on. He does have flash, but will he get away?
That damage.
Oh god, the snowball from Nunu.
Oh.
Doesn't give. You know, he just throws that snowball and says bye-bye. Season 2 style.
Greatness, Phantom Dancer.
Yep, there's Phantom Dancer for Tristana, and we talked about her coming this long to late game. It seems that everyone on the team is looking to just make this Tristana a living beast.
The 5-item Tristana. Oh, boss again.
So there's another pause. Someone might have been just getting a little bit of internet problems right now.
But this time it isn't. It's a
looks
Pharrell
like-
now, it's not created.
Pharrell Lord is now getting DDoS. Looks like someone is trying really hard to make this game as difficult as possible for alternate. And I was not implying anything there. I really wasn't trying to imply anything.
Oh, I hope not. Like, yeah. I don't think they will do anything.
I'm actually close friends with the
Yeah.
Sinister Sleep. I know that they would never, not in a million years, ever stoop down to do something like this. I don't know pretty much anyone who would ever do something like this. To try to DDoS someone for a tournament that, you know, doesn't
Oh my
really
god.
sit. Oh, Tabs is now getting DDoS, so
Yeah, fun game. 4v4. Go.
4v4, I think it's fair to start now.
Oh man.
You are bad at hiding your IPs.
So like, for which team does the pause count now, by the way?
Both teams.
Great. But I don't know, this game seems more or less over. It will be really hard for SNS Never Sleep to come back.
Let's just recap right now. We can take a look at actually the gold while we're paused, which is really cool. We have an 8k gold lead, but I want to take a look at exactly who that gold is on. If we take a look at the gold, we see Tristana is at 14k gold to Tabs is 12k gold. There's a 2k gold bonus on Tristana. A 2k gold bonus from Nunya to, you know, 2k gold from Nunu on top of Nunya. A little bit under 500 gold Jax is above Malphite, but 1,000 gold from Realm Lord onto Orianna. So every champion on alternate side is considerably higher in items, in experience, in gold than Sinners Never Sleep. It's a total team win.
We can just look at the towers, like 9-3, so 6 towers up.
Yeah, exactly. They've got 3 times more towers. Did they get that third inhibitor on our top lane yet?
No, the inhib is at half HP, approximately.
Okay. So they did pick up 2 inhibitors, but that's pretty much gonna, and they got Nasher right now, so they're definitely gonna move forward for that last inhibitor and look to, you know, end the game. Tristana's really good at sieging with her extremely high range.
Yeah, and she's level 18 with the Zeka on Nunu and the Nunu buff, and yeah, it will be really hard to defend.
Do you think that there's any chance that Sinners Never Sleep will come back?
Honestly, probably not. It's like the only way is if they get a perfect Malphite Orianna ultimate. Like perfect Orianna Malphite ultimate with Varus ultimate in addition to that. Then maybe. But as long as alternate doesn't clump up and gets hit by with like 3-4 people with those ultimates, I honestly think there's not really any chance. Like if Kraton stays alone, they will not really get close to him.
He's got that high range Tristana.
Yeah, he has 700 range Tristana with a Nunu buff, and Sinners Never Sleep doesn't really have great gap closers like Malphite ultimate, but it's a 700 range Tristana. He should be safe to not get hit.
Yeah, Malphite will have to choose, you know, to either ult 1 Tristana or 3 or 4 of alternate.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal considering they have an AoE team comp, and if they use all their AoE for 1 target, they could be in trouble. Whereas if they use all their AoE for 4 targets and leave that Tristana alone, it's kind of like it's damned either way situation right now for Sinners Never Sleep. So we're still on the pause. No word as to who's coming back. Tab's still out of the game. Realm Lord as well. I'm just gonna quickly message someone and ask what's going on.
Let's hope they will come back soon. It would be really sad if the game would end like this.
Yeah, I would be really upset if the game had to end like this on a DDoS from both sides.
Like, we have to realize, like, that's not the only game, so it's a best of 5, so at least 2 more games would come after this.
Yeah, definitely. 2 games, definitely look forward to right now. thing, yeah. Yeah, I asked him the situation, and Jerry's like, Florida's DDoS. No shit, Jerry. Looks like Tabs managed to solve his packet loss issue, but having some internet problems. So maybe we'll see Tabs coming in back in the next few seconds.
Let's check if Float is in this. He's in the client. Like he's at least on in LoL. Tabs is back. Now we're waiting on Float.
Looks like Tabs managed to fix up his issues now.
Someone asked in the chat, is the loser of the first game pick side and the second game? So I guess the next game Sinners never sleep will let first pick. But what's for the fifth game? Alternate or?
For the fifth game, I think it's gonna go back to alternate. Yeah. Unless we could do Korean style and do blind.
I'm still not sure what I think about that.
It's weird. That, listen, this is something from the chat says. I actually really want to talk about it while we're on the pause. I hope the next few games don't have more DDoS attacks. It makes the games boring and a little unprofessional. Boring, I can agree. Unprofessional, I disagree. If the games weren't professional or not on a professional level, why would they be DDoSed? If they weren't a game of some importance, then why would they be DDoSed?
Well, the point is that pro players don't protect themselves from DDoS. But it's easier said than done. Like if you can change your IP address quite fast, then it's really easy to be more or less safe, like to get rid of the DDoS at least for a short time.
A lot of people just go on and say, you should protect yourself from DDoS. You should do this.
Yeah, it's not as easy.
It's not. It honestly is not as easy as It's much easier said than done. It's not so black and white that you just put a proxy on and you're safe and you can go frolic in the woods while your internet stays on fine. It's way more difficult, and DDoSers are persistent. They will keep trying and they will find tricks. For every block, there's always going to be something that goes over that block.
Where are we at? The giant has a sub, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a sub. RNA will not be here for the first two or three games. I'm not 100% sure.
And the rate that's going, probably he will be there for the third game. So this game already goes for 50 minutes, including the pause.
Some guy called Leaguepedia is watching now. Oh god, all of Leaguepedia. Hopefully, Pharrell Lord will come back quite soon. Florid getting DDoSed.
Like, I'm not sure how if he can change his IP, but if he can, this should be pretty easy to change.
This is unfortunate. Really unfortunate right now.
We have to hope that he will come back.
Yeah, definitely.
Retarded.
This is so retarded.
Yeah, I agree with Zero.
Zero. Yeah, absolutely, this is awful. I mean, you have to think about it this way.
We should play board games in the best of 5. Oh, Tubbs apparently went to an internet cafe to play there.
What? Really?
Yeah, like, that's what's Creating wrote in the chat. Not sure if he's like joking or.
Well, actually, Tabs apparently Tabs did that quite often when he got DDoS at his house. It's actually pretty smart. Okay. They can play Hangman if one. So
you said he can't draw on the map. Like in Dota they play tic-tac-toe or something.
Yeah, in Dota you can play tic-tac-toe, that's hilarious.
That's probably even more stupid than waiting, but... Oh, that game is so stupid.
They found an online board game to play. www.boardgames-online.com. He asked if we could shoutcast their board game. Oh my god. This is very, very... It just makes me so upset when someone comes ahead and DDoSes a tournament that is meant for the players. It's like they're actively trying to set the community back in every way possible, which is just sick and awful.
It would be really sad, like if Alternate, like if they have to play with 4, like it would be pretty upset, because like the game is nearly over. Not well.
So, we still got some time left on the pause. What should we do? Admin's work?
I have no idea. waiting for the players to come back, I guess. I don't know.
So what did you do today?
I played solo queue.
Really? How did that go?
Didn't go too well. Like, I actually don't I think it was fine.
I lost like 6 games today in a row.
Oh, great.
I got into a game.
You played too much Dota, right?
I played too much Dota. No, I got games with people who main jungler who were higher picked than me. So, you know, respecting pick order, they picked up jungle. And I'm quite bad at almost any other role.
I played top lane Teemo today. It went actually quite well, but we still lost the game somehow. It wasn't my fault. I won my lane. Oh. I'm so sad that you don't see Teemo.
Would I rather fight the Eiffel Tower or Stonehenge? What does that mean?
Stonehenge is smaller, I guess.
Probably. Easier to fight. But I actually am going to have to agree with, you know, Crepo. I mean, Pharrell Lord, he's quite well known. He's obviously probably experienced these problems before. People... And it looks like Kraton just got DDoSed.
Oh, 3v5. Go on.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
1 sec, I'll try to talk to Jerry and see what's going on. But, you know, it's right. People should have been protecting themselves by now. They know that they're going to be targeted by these guys. They know that they're in the crosshairs, and so if they don't pick up the proper, you know, defenses, the combat armor, if you will, this is something that's gonna happen. Everyone knows. No one is naive enough to believe that DDoSing doesn't exist.
Oh,
Pharrell is back.
But Kraton isn't here.
But Kraton isn't here. Oh dear God.
Let's hope it was just a relog. Let's pretend it was just a relog. The music, they're talking about the board game.
Oh God. Dad's is telling me that where you only get static IPs in the Netherlands.
Oh wow. Okay, that sucks.
It's pretty bad.
But like, I guess you can call your provider and
this question scares me. Broken Shard. If my girlfriend and my mother switched brains and I had to sleep with one of them to revert it, who would I sleep with? My answer to that is yes.
Don't you know that question? It's like the new, would you fight a duck-sized horse or 100 horse-sized ducks or the other way around?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like
that's so
those
jokes
I don't
are
know.
just hilarious.
Yeah, for the first time you read them.
Yeah, maybe. So Kraton is now the one we're waiting for. He is the carry, so if they do end up having to play without Kraton, might spell some trouble.
Hub suggests now that they should play Tetris.
Let's settle this in Tetris.
Yeah. Best of 5 Tetris.
Best of 5 Tetris.
Change the game. And then people get DDoSed in Tetris. That would be quite sad.
I want to see the Tetris too, man.
Yeah.
I want to see Tab's school. Apparently Kraton is under attack.
We have figured that.
Thank you, Curve. Thank you for the update.
I don't know, like, I subbed for Millennium, like when they played like the online qualifier for the LCS, to be able to participate in that. I played for him at that time as well because he got DDoSed. Like he knew that he had really big problems getting DDoSed.
And that kind of just goes back to what Leaguepedia and Crappo were on about, that if you don't protect yourself, it's your own fault.
Yeah, and like, if you're like a player without a team, I can still at least see it. But a team like Millennium, like he was at Millennium at that time, Millennium Alternate, they at least should have the knowledge how to do it. Like even if you have no fucking clue what to do, there should be people at the teams which know what to do.
I'd expect the organizations to have a program, you know, some sort of thing, like an organization, you know, as big as Alternate, you know, they would probably be having people dedicated to protecting their players from DDoSers, you know, buying them proxies, setting them up.
Someone in the chat says that it's not Creaton's fault. Well, it is Creaton's fault. Like, he obviously doesn't do it intentionally. He doesn't want to get DDoSed, but it's his fault that he gets DDoSed because he didn't protect himself. And like, what you also can do is you can just like change your IP and just don't log into Skype at all.
Yeah, I have actually my Skype off for these games. I keep it off so that I don't get DDoSed like I did last time.
9 minutes.
9 minutes to go. Okay, looks like we can leave the game. Sinners never sleep. One sec. Kerp is the biggest troll I've ever met. Kerp is the biggest troll I've ever met. Everyone disregard what I just said and flame Kerp. Because apparently Alternate won the board game. So good for them. They won the board game. And he told me, he just opened up. He's like, okay, they surrendered. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. Oh god.
Okay. But they wanted to settle it in Tetris, not in any like silly board game. Please. Tetris. They can also do like a Pac-Man speedrun or something.
Oh my god.
Pac-Man speedrun best of 5.
That game is infuriating. So I guess we can give the careful play award to Jerry. He hasn't died a single time this game.
Yeah.
Whereas We Will Failure was the one.
He didn't kill anything. Like Jerry at least has a kill.
Oh well, here's the thing: Failure's got deaths but no kills, but Jerry's got a kill and no deaths.
Yeah, like he's a support. Like he should get kills, right? That's how the supports play right now.
Edward, right? Edward.
Every support. Everyone takes my kills. It's so sad. Like with the top lane, like Kerp is 1-4, but he still did a really great job split pushing. So like stats are not everything.
Exactly, stats are definitely everything in a team game, because he opened up, as we recalled earlier, he took the bottom inhibitor when Nunu was able to actually steal Nash away from Sinners Never Sleep. Then at the same time, he was the one who forced Malphite ult and Tab's ult in exchange for dying,
Flash.
And then Tab's Flash as well, which then opened up 4 kills for Alternate in that.
And the mid inhib, like that was the first inhib they got.
Yeah, and then they lost, you know, the mid tower and the inhib. So Kerp was really good at putting pressure all over the map, even though he wasn't really doing so hot lane phase and, you know, mid game. He was doing the best visibilities, which kind of goes back to what we were talking about, where he always wants to fight.
Best thing about Kerp is that he plays with a trackball anyway, and no one has any clue how. Did you see her? Did you see him play offline?
Yeah, I saw he has a trackball. But...
Yeah. It's like you.
What the hell's a trackball?
Don't you know? Like the mouse with a trackball? Don't you know that?
Yeah, I know what a trackball is, but...
Yeah, why?
How could you play with that?
Yeah. Like playing on a mouse pad, like the laptop thingy.
What?
Don't you like the thing which the laptop uses? No, but like that would be fun. Like if someone plays with that, like that's hard mode.
Okay, the winner of the series wins 500 euros and the title of King of the Hill, which means they stay on to the next finals for next week. Loser picks up 250 euros, pretty nice, and they get a direct seed back into the requalifier. So I'm gonna figure out who exactly is doing what right now.
I think everyone is waiting. What annoys me the most is like the flash on Creaton. There's 1 second cooldown, so it refreshes all the time in the...
Oh god, that is obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the game when I have this chat. This chat is amazing. Not awful, sorry. It's incredible. So we're just waiting for the game to get back on the road. People still getting attacked. Pretty good, I want to say defense from Sinners Never Sleep, but they weren't really defending their base so well. Alternate were coming at them from all sides, but I guess pretty good offense from Alternate. We saw them, they kind of had a little bit of a disadvantage early game. They did have to give up first blood because Kraton disconnected. And, you know, valiantly, they were given the option to remake from Sinners Never Sleep, who didn't actually have to do that, and they chose not to remake. And then from that moment on, it seemed that the game was just, you know, taken in the hands of Sinner's Alternate. Frenlord picked up a kill on a very aggressive Nunya who tried to tower dive him. He managed to do some roaming around with Nunu, who went and put pressure on lanes, and we saw Nunu had a sizable experience advantage, and even now, he's level 17 to Xin Zhao's level 15.
Yeah, Nunu just pushed every lane, just walked up to a lane, like he didn't really gank. Like I think like he didn't really do many ganks. He just walked into a lane, put Bloodborne on the champion, and then attacked the tower. Then ran mid lane.
He slapped the enemy champion. He slapped.
That was it's an interesting playstyle. Like they got a lot of towers out of it. So
no, they didn't necessarily get a lot of towers early. They got a lot of pressure on the towers. The towers were already low when they were ready to be taken. I guess is the right thing to say. They were ready to, you know, just at any given moment, if they decided to put 3 or 4 people on a lane to try to push it, they would have been able to get it. I think that's what they were trying to do.
No. Alternate asks Tubbs if he has Kraton's number.
Never mind. Jerry, looks like they're just trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. Kraton is back. We might be able to finally get this game underway on an extremely long pause timer. And of course, I gotta thank everyone for sticking with us, and we're gonna get this game going. Hopefully. You know, I'm very prone to being proved wrong, but hopefully we can get this game done in a second.
Go,
ready in caps? Caps lock coming out. Good plan. Unpause before new DDoS. Go. All right. Looks like now it's a race. Race for Alternate are fighting against the clock before they get DDoSed again. And Kraton running down the middle lane. No. Why are they recalling? No. Finish the game.
Oh,
all right. Looks like the home guard.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's being ready again.
That was interesting.
There we go. We're ready. Let's go. Boom, zoom, home guard. People running down. Kraton picking up that red buff. Jack's taking the Drake, and it looks like they're probably just going to rush down, most likely the top lane. They want that inhibitor. I'm pretty sure they
mid lane inhib just spawned, so...
The mid lane, okay. So they're probably just going to want to just rush that and contest that. They have Nash on everyone right
I think, right? Yeah, I think
everyone on Team Alternate has Nash, so they're considerably stronger if that 9k gold lead was not enough already.
Yeah, and it's a 5 offensive item to Stana. It would be interesting to see what he builds as the last item if he reached that point. I would probably go
looks like
Mallet or Banshee.
Jax is top lane now. He's keeping Xin Zhao up there, and
pushing
they're
as
going to
always.
just siege this with Kraton's incredibly high range. Oh wow, Nunya been taken very low.
Wow.
Oh god,
Malphite
is being chased off. Malphite being engaged on.
Yeah.
Malphite gets taken down. Kraton jumps for the Weevil failure. He goes right for the Orianna, and now Malphite is left all alone in the middle, and triple kill for Kraton. Meanwhile, Tabs chasing down Kerp. Run, Kerp, run! And he does make it out of there. And we were talking about the distraction from Kerp, but oh god, will he be able to pick this up? And no, Kerp gets taken down.
No.
But it's not, doesn't matter because Alternate picks up the first win in what might just be an incredibly long best of 3.
Okay.
Good game. Both teams, actually.
And we waited 20 minutes for that end.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. Like the engage there by Malphite was like he wanted to engage. He hit to stun with the ultimate, but the Ori ultimate was like a split second too late or something. So it was just like barely not enough.
What a great game though. That was actually a really good game.
And Jerry didn't die.
Jerry did not die a single time, so Jerry gets a cookie. Yes, he does. Would you like a cookie, Antonswork?
Depends on what kind of cookie.
I only got oatmeal here. Sorry.
And I died, so I don't deserve a cookie.
You did die. Awesome. So we're probably gonna get the next game coming out underway. First game does go to alternate with a new player, not a permanent player. A cat corpse. Playing quite well this game, don't you agree? He did his job, and I think he did more than his job. He did everyone's job.
He stole Nasher.
He stole Nash, which is the biggest deal for a sub to come in and do what a big play like that is huge.
Yeah, like we have to realize that the Nasher steal was incredibly huge. Like they were not ahead in the beginning.
No, they weren't.
The Nasher steal
Plus
enabled
turret.
them. Yeah, lost 2 turrets bot lane. Curb split pushing again as always.
Did they lose the inhibitor at that point, by the way?
They lost enough?
Yeah, I think they lost inhib when Kerp was pushing it down there. Yes, they
did.
True.
Yeah, true.
So that's going to be game 1 going to alternate. Do not fret. There is still a potential 4 more games in this best of 5 finals for €750 prize pool. I am Broken Shard. I'm here with Antonswork, and we will be right back for the game 2.